Hello, everybody. It's your favorite NBA Yap artist back at it again. It's Monday. We had a busy weekend of hoops. We got a lot to talk about, so let's just dive right into it. If you like this type of content, leave a thumbs up, leave a like, leave a comment, leave a hype, subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 10,000 subs. Let's take a sip of coffee. Oh, an espresso. You've really outdone yourself this time. And let's get right into it. I want to start this one out by talking about this cap. This guy right here. Dallas, Texas guy. Arlington, Texas guy. Arlington, you can have this one. Arlington, Texas guy, Cade Cunningham, and this Detroit Pistons team, they are absolutely cruising. What are they, 8-2 to start this season? Cade Cunningham. Now, I'm titling this video something along the lines of, there's no coming back from this. It's multi-layered, guy. This is why I'm the content creator I am. It's a double entendre because we're going to be talking about Cade Cunningham, obviously, but some other things. There's no coming back from what we're seeing with Cade Cunningham. What do I mean by this? You might look at this stat line and think, 26 points, 9 of 20, 11 assists, 5 turnovers. Like, that's a good stat line and everything, but like, what's so crazy about that? This was yet another game where Cade Cunningham completely took the game over in the second half, and he has, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing, reached this level of stardom that I don't think you come back from. We saw him sort of break out into this tier last year. Cade's been a great player since he came in. If you watch this Pistons team at all, even a couple games here and there, whenever they were losing and had that historic losing streak, you would see that Cade Cunningham was in one of the worst situations a lead ball handler could be in, where you had no floor spacing whatsoever and you were tasked with doing everything. It's why every single year since he came into the league, Cade Cunningham has been towards the absolute top of the league in terms of double teams seen per game. Last year, you saw this breakout. You saw the Pistons start to play well. Why is that? Because they surrounded Cade Cunningham with shooters. They went out and got Malik Beasley. They went out and got Tim Hardaway Jr. And those guys really took a ton of pressure off Cade Cunningham in terms of spacing the floor. And this year, you're seeing Cade Cunningham thrive. You're seeing Cade Cunningham take over games in the second half. And to me, it's very impressive because this team is kind of reverted back to, they don't have a ton of floor spacing at any given moment. Okay? Like they were leaving Ron Holland wide ass open all game last night. But yet Cade Cunningham is still able, Sar Thompson's obviously not somebody who's spacing the floor for you consistently. Yet Cade Cunningham is still able to go out there, react to these double teams, and completely take over games late in a way, to me, that is so incredibly impressive. Cade Cunningham in the second half of his last 4 games, 24 points versus Sixers, 20 versus the Nets, 28 versus the Jazz, 23 versus the Grizzlies. I think we talked about this on here a couple days ago. He is the best fourth quarter scorer in the NBA so far. King of the fourth. We had this crazy stat from the All City podcast. In the tracking era, there have been 306,000, my God, 306,000 instances where a player had 100 touches in a regular season game. There's been that many games? How many NBA games are there a year? What's 82? Is it 82? Would you do 82 times 30 or 82 times 15? Guys, help me out there in the comment section, please. Out of all of these instances, no player has ever been doubled a higher percentage of the time than Cade was last night. 35% of his touches, he was doubled, and yet he was still able to produce how he produced and was still able to take the game over. What you see from this guy is absolutely unbelievable. First and foremost, him and Duren's two-man game has been otherworldly. But here's one of these instances of a double team. You see how patient Cade is with these. This is when you know a guy's taking the next step in terms of playmaking. Once you start seeing doubles, how do you respond to those, right? Is it, I got to get the ball out of my hands quickly, allowing the defense to recover, allowing the guy double teaming to get back to where he needs to be? I don't want to have the ball in my hands too much. That's usually what you see with some young guys. Then you start to see guys take this next step of manipulating the defense while they're being double teamed, keeping that dribble alive, attacking the double team, reading the help defenders, and making a play off of that. Where guys get to the point, you see this all the time with Luka. Jokic is a king at this. Where guys get to the point where it's like, it might not even be worth double teaming him because they're not even reading the double team necessarily. They're reading the help. They're reading where guys are rotating. The double team's not even necessarily phasing them. And Cade has honestly reached this point. Keeps his dribble alive just long enough here to where Duren's deep enough in the paint where Quentin Grimes can't affect this pass at all. And boom, that's Duren going to work on VJ Edgecombe. That's an easy-ass bucket. And Duren's been incredible so far this season. He's been absolutely phenomenal. But then, the ability to go out and still get buckets like this. Look at this bucket right here, man. He is cold-blooded. No double team comes. Big mistake. Him and Kelly Oubre were going at it back and forth a bunch yesterday. I mean, this is so smooth, man. Woo! I wish I could do something like that. I mean, but in some ways I can. But this is kind of part of what I'm talking about here. Attacking the double team before it even gets there. And this is with 20 seconds left in a 1-point game. Clutch bucket in the paint, man. He's just sort of mastered this. He gets to his spots. The three ball looks so good, so confident. The step back doesn't need much space at all. And then this poster right here with a minute 55 left. Look at this. Look at this. Get out the way, Drummond. Yeah. And of course, he's got so much dog in him. I do think we've seen Cade sort of take that next step into this solidified top 10 guy who on any given night gives you a chance to win. And honestly, I think has put himself in the conversation. Obviously, Giannis is the best player in the East. A lot would have to happen for him to get dethroned there. But Cade has absolutely thrusted himself into the I'm the second best player in the Eastern Conference conversation, especially with Tatum out. And I think so far this season, he has been the second best player in the Eastern Conference. So, I mean, how many Pistons games have we seen so far this season where Cade Cunningham has been the best guy on the court? It's special stuff what he's doing. And on top of that, there's no Jaden Ivey so far. LeVert played pretty well. LeVert played really well in their game yesterday. Obviously, Malik Beasley is gone. Jaden Ivey being out. Sasser's been out as well. Like these secondary and tertiary ball handlers missing time has just put so much more burden on Cade Cunningham, and yet he is still adapting to it, still stepping up and still performing. He's really stepping into that next tier, that next upper echelon. It's crazy that we used to have these conversations about whether or not Cade would even go number one in his class in a redraft. I mean, this guy is clear cut above anybody else in that draft class, and it's not even remotely close at this point in time. So kudos to him. Props to Cade Cunningham. It's incredible what we've seen out of him. On top of that, man, he competes like hell defensively. This Pistons team is very good. They are very good, and I think they're going to get better. Like, they're going to get better when Jaden Ivey comes back. I do think Malik Beasley is probably going to be on this team. Like, that's like reading into Malik Beasley's post, it does kind of sound like he's going to rejoin this team at some point when he's inevitably able to. And that will help them out tremendously spacing the floor. Even like a guy like Duncan Robinson was just fucking going nuts yesterday. He helps them out tremendously. And Duren is just... oh, God, Duren's at another level. I mean, Duren's looking like Shaq a little bit out there so far to start this year. This is a really good team. If Ron Holland was a good three-point shooter or something, if one of the Holland and Asard Thompson duo, if one of those guys could shoot threes at all, consistently, reliably, this team would 100% be Eastern Finals contenders. I would 100% believe that. A couple nights ago, the Mavs beat the Wizards. I don't really give a fuck about this. This game was an absolute snooze fest bore. This came a night after they got blown out by the Grizzlies. But what is interesting, again, double entendre. You can't come back from this. This came out yesterday that league sources tell the Stein line that the rising and virtually ceaseless negativity that surrounds the franchise is indeed wearing on and troubling ownership. I say there's no coming back from this because usually once you see reports like this start to trickle out, it's only a matter of time before change comes. Now, I don't know when that change is going to come. I've been saying that this ownership group has to know that they have this in their back pocket. Firing Nico Harrison is something that could kind of reignite fan interest just off the back of him being gone. It's like kind of like a morale boost, right? Like, even if maybe you're losing the war, like let's just say 1941, it looked like Nazi Germany was going to win World War II at times. Like, even if Hitler dying still would have meant that there was still Nazis and there's still going to be a fight, like there would have been such a big morale boost. That's kind of where we're at, where it's like, yeah, we're probably fucked long-term no matter what. But Nico being gone is just such a burden lifted off of this thing. So that's kind of where we're at. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I'm just using like a football example. I mean, Brian Dable just got fired by the Giants, and it had been leaked out a few weeks ago that they were really thinking about firing him. Once this stuff gets leaked out, it is literally only a matter of time. My only thing is if you're going to fire your GM midseason, it's best to do it as soon as possible because you want to give your new front office, whoever it is, ample time before the trade deadline to figure out what's going on. You don't want someone coming in 2 weeks before the trade deadline, and now all of a sudden it's like, well, what am I supposed to be doing? Phoenix Clippers, we'll save this one for later. Phoenix Clippers Saturday night. I want to talk about this one because, the Clippers look like shit. Okay? That's really it. The Clippers look like absolute diarrhea out of a butt. They look terrible. And we are kind of reaching a point now where we're deeper enough into the season where I'm like, okay, they look so bad that I am concerned. At first, I was like, yeah, give it time. Yeah, they're old, but they always figure it out. They look like shit. And I'm worried. And by the way, the Suns, not a half bad group out there. They're not a half bad group. They go out there and they play hard. Jalen Green's going to miss extended period of time because he re-aggravated his hamstring injury in this one, which sucks because he did play pretty well in his debut. So that's unfortunate for them, but they're getting a lot out of Mark Williams. He's staying healthy and he's been good. D-Books looked really good. And they're just getting production up and down their entire team. They're a fun team to watch, actually. Again, there's no coming back from this. Orlando looks like a mess. We know this. Boston's pretty competitive. The thing with Orlando is their starting five is the best group in the league by net rating, I think. It makes sense when you watch Jalen Suggs play. I've been talking about this all season long. Like, I'm worried about the Magic for sure, but Jalen Suggs' minute restriction getting lifted will help them out tremendously. It was at 20 minutes. It's been bumped up now. He's getting 30 minutes a game. He's a plus 21 in this game, even in a loss. He adds so much to their team in terms of playmaking, in terms of playing with pace, in terms of energy, three-point shooting, which they obviously desperately need. But his presence is just so important. It does lead me to believe the fact that their starting group is so competent. I think they will be okay ultimately. Now, some of the problems, though, with this group is Desmond Bane's taken a while to get acclimated. You know, he took 1-3 in this game. 1-3 for Desmond Bane. And hey, look, teams aren't going to let Desmond Bane be open, but you have to manufacture ways to get those shots for that guy. Right? Like Wendell Carter Jr. is taking 6 threes, and he's been knocking them down this season, but there's a reason Wendell Carter Jr. is wide open for 3. Okay? Also, Wendell Carter Jr. was fucking pathetic in this game. No offense to the guy. The problem with them is their bench. They've really kind of struggled. Tristan Da Silva has been the lone bright spot off the bench for them. Goga, I watch Goga, and has Goga always been like this? I watch Goga, and it's one of the more frustrating viewing experiences. I could have sworn Gogo is not always like this, but it feels like sometimes he doesn't even want to be out there, which is just shocking. Their big problem right now is Tyus Jones has given you 0. He's been awful. He's been absolutely terrible. This is like one of those things where Tyus Jones was not very good with Phoenix last year, and there was like, oh, maybe that's why this guy just loiters around all summer and then signs minimums. And then this is happening again, where it's like, oh, I kind of am starting to understand why this guy is just doing nothing all summer and then signs somewhere for a minimum contract. He's on a minimum there, right? And Anthony Black, he's just too involved. He's too involved. I get he's a younger guy, ball handler. You kind of need what he provides off the bench. And you want to get him these reps because he's somebody you drafted high. He's a lottery pick, right? Top 10 pick. What Anthony Black was 6th overall, something like that? You want to develop him and grow him. The problem is like he's just a little too involved. You know, like he almost has the same usage rate as Jalen Suggs and Desmond Bane. It's just a little too much Anthony Black, and he has not been good at all. So they need to figure out, their bench rotations, maybe staggering this a little bit. I also say there's not coming back because this Jamal Mosley quote. I asked Magic coach Jamal Mosley if he considered going to Noah Pinda any other time in Sunday's game beyond the 10 seconds he played on a night where Jonathan Isaac saw 427. His response, 17 turnovers for 29 points. It has nothing to do with the rotation. Thank you. Tensions are definitely high in Orlando, to put it lightly. And that is clear frustration from Jamal Mosley. But yes, he is right. 10 live turnovers. Oof, that's going to kill you every time, man. Every single time. Houston, Milwaukee. This was a really fun game. Houston, dude, I mean, they had a big turnover problem in this game as well. They had 11 live turnovers that almost bit them in the ass. But they pulled away in the second half because Kevin Durant couldn't miss a fucking shot. That's exactly why you go out and get a guy like Kevin Durant. That's exactly who he is. Alperen Şengün. Damn, he's looked good, man. We saw this a couple nights ago when they played the Spurs and he was going at Wemby. He made Miles Turner look like a JV player at times in this game. I mean, Miles Turner looked like he weighed 1 pound going up against Şengün, and he even went up against Giannis. Giannis defensively, maybe there's some conversations that need to be had. I just don't know if he's reaching this point in time where it's like, hey, I'm just not going to be as effective of a defender as I once was. I'm just getting older. I've had injuries. Like I'm trying to conserve myself a little bit, but there could be some arguments to be made. Is it worth it to maybe tone down some of Giannis's offensive stuff if we get a boost defensively from him? Because they need it. They're so small that Miles Turner and Giannis has to bail them out so much defensively. And I don't think either of those guys have been necessarily great defensively so far for Milwaukee. I still like this Milwaukee team. Again, they are just so small. It's a big reason why. Like Kuzma has looked good this year. Do not get me wrong. I don't know what his stats are off the top of my head. I don't know if he's efficient, but you watched him play. Kuzma has been very important for them. I don't know how much of that is one, Kuzma's just having a good start to the year. He's improved. He looks more comfortable. Or two, like it just goes to show when Kyle Kuzma's out there, like they need size. They desperately just need somebody with size to come out there and play for them. So, yeah, that was kind of what I was thinking watching them, is that Şengün just made them look like little babies and toddlers. And Reed Shepherd had a fantastic second half in this game too. Kind of some of the stuff you expected to see, made some plays defensively that leaked out to him, hitting threes in transition off of those steals and whatnot. That's kind of the vision that you saw with Reed Shepherd. And if he's playing well and he's knocking down threes and he's getting steals, emphasis on getting steals, he's going to have to be a defensive playmaker because I just don't think he's going to be good defensively. He's too small. And teams are going to go at him. But yeah, I mean, look at Şengün here. This play right here is nasty, man. To ice the game, dribbles right by Giannis, and he's got a flex too. Spin and one, finish, yeah, flex. Ryan Rollins, smell this armpit. What kind of deodorant do you think Şengün uses? I can envision Şengün using one of those like water-based ones where he reeks. I don't know why. I'm sure I'm wrong. But you want to know what else reeks? What the fuck? This was an AI ad shown on the TV broadcast, on the Rockets broadcast for a law firm. Look how shitty that is, folks. So I have so many questions about this that'll probably never be answered. We're all wondering the same thing, right? Why is her hair so disheveled? It's very bizarre and strange. Obviously, it's an AI ad. It's slop. It's garbage. My God. And my thing with the AI ads like this is it's like, dude, this isn't even a crazy ad. You could just hire any random, if you want to go this route with a good looking woman who the disheveled hair, again, I'm like a little bit weirded out about that, but fine. Good looking woman, dude, you can find any Instagram, any girl on Instagram in the Houston area. You could pay $300 to do an ad like this. This is the most basic ad of all time. It's insane. I don't understand it at all. OKC Memphis yesterday. I want to talk about this one briefly. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander took this game over. That was the difference in this game. I don't think Memphis played terribly in this one. They were hanging in there with OKC. I mean, they were up pretty big at certain points. I think 16, 17 points at some points in the first half. John Morant had just a dreadful shooting game, man. But terrible shooting game. I thought some of his effort and things like that in recent games has been pathetic, but I don't think it was necessarily terrible yesterday. Just couldn't hit shots. But the difference was Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's it. He's fucking incredible. And he took this game over in the second half. I mean, they're a machine, man. They are a machine. They are so incredibly well oiled that even in games where they're down 16, 17 points, just they chip away, chip away, chip away, chip away. Next thing you know, they're up 3. Next thing you know, they're up 10. But they were down 17 at one point in this game. It was garbage time with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That's just how this team is, man. It's crazy. And then I wanted to point this one out. Lakers Hawks on Saturday night. No Trae Young, no Jalen Johnson, no Kristaps Porzingis. The Lakers got absolutely blasted by that ragtag Atlanta squad. And I tweeted something out, and my God, people got so mad. But I cannot. How can you? Why do you guys get so mad about everything? I tweeted out the Lakers are officially Luka's team because they've adopted randomly getting blown out against a team you did not think it was possible to lose to. We've seen this at times over the course of the Luka era with the Mavs, where they would lose to the Hornets, and not only lose, but get blown out. It's like the Hornets or to like this horrible Pelicans team. And before you guys say anything, yes, I know the Mavericks are fucking shit, right? I tweeted that out. I didn't mean that as a shot at Luka. Just thought it was funny that now they're doing that. Teams lose every time. Teams lose. No team goes 82-0. Teams are going to lose games. It's just funny. that's kind of carried over. I did not think Luka was good in this game, though. But again, it wasn't a lot went wrong for this Lakers team in this one. Just a funny outcome more than it is a referendum on anything. Okay, let me know what you guys think. Bye-bye.